What better way to celebrate our 20th NASCAR Diecast Review episode than by checking out a true NASCAR champion? I'm talking about three-time NASCAR Cup champion, Tony Stewart, aka Smoke. Here is Tony Stewart's 2000 Home Depot Pontiac Grand Prix he raced for Joe Gibbs Racing. This unique limited edition promotional piece is made by Action Racing Collectibles and would fall in line as a Gold Series car, their highest quality casting. This promo piece was only for Home Depot and the race team to my understanding. That said, the top of the box says 10,000 were made. This box is unique as the front shows us Stewart's car and actually obscures the diecast on the inside. Special Home Depot colors and details are all around this box. It looks much different than your typical Action Gold Series packaging at the time. The package also tells us this piece is not intended for individuals under 21 years old. This is an adult collectible. So let's crack open the box and see this adult collectible up close. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Love reading your comments as well, and help us increase our subscriber total. 500, 1,000? That would be amazing. I use these prongs and slide them all the way through and simply pop open the package. It causes no damage to the packaging. First impressions, this car is heavy. It makes sense as it's a metal car with a metal chassis and rubber tires. Wow, do I miss this era of diecast, guys. They were quality products. Up front we have a straightforward design of the Pontiac Grand Prix. The headlights are nicely detailed with a black painted grille. Love that the hood ties are painted, and of course there's a big crooked Home Depot on the hood. This car is absolutely iconic, and certainly the car that most would associate Tony Stewart with. Windshield looks good with a nice black outline. The hood also opens, and if I could open it, wow, that's tight. It must have never been opened before. I'm gonna have to pop this through the chassis and open the hood. Nice. The engine is painted, which is a courteous touch. It also appears to be a mix of plastic and metal. Also, the underside of the hood has the HD logo. Moving to the side, we got a smattering of contingency sponsors. Winston Cup, Budweiser, EA Sports, 76, and so many more. 2000 was the new millennium, and that year all Cup cars featured a NASCAR 2000 logo at the end of the A-pillar. I love how 2000's that design and font is. Tony's name is here on the roof rail, and as we move on down, we see the care and effort put into the side window here with a painted window net. The number 20 on the door has a shadow effect nicely behind the number. Home Depot's rigid line of tools is proudly on the side, and Home Depot on the lower rear quarter panel. Whoa, look, they even painted the gas cap. That's a lovely little touch. As we approach the back, this 2000 Grand Prix didn't feature the rear taillights. And, well, at this time, not all Pontiacs did in the Cup Series. That was up to the teams. Big Home Depot on the rear here, and beyond the curved spoiler, we see another Home Depot brand of products on the deck lid, Husky. Here's the top view. That orange looks so good. Now onto the other side. I like how the white intermingles with the orange and actually flows with the car. It starts at the front and splits with a lower portion and a upper portion. The lower portion wraps around the rear and connects to the other side, while the top does the same but wraps around the B and C pillar of the car. One more thing I'd like to point out. On the side of these stock cars, there is usually an arrow where the exhaust sticks out, kind of warning people that hot air blows out of them. On Pontiacs, instead of an arrow, they always just used the Pontiac logo. I love that clever little detail, and I love how Action carried it over onto the diecast. Got some grippy Goodyear Eagle rubber tires. Rubber tires and a metal chassis just add so much more significance to these minute-sized diecasts. Little did they know the diecast market was on the verge of exploding and then peaking. Oh my goodness. Speaking of the chassis, underside is black metal, very clean with nice clean rivets. Digging that colored Action Racing Collectibles logo right there? The white number tells us that this car is number 1906 of 10,000 produced. I wish they still did that today on modern 1/64ths. Stress test time. Squeezes in the middle result in, well, what feels like a tough car to the touch. There is no movement or audible creaking. Same goes for the front, rear, and sides. This car is solid. (2000) would be Tony Stewart's sophomore season in the NASCAR Cup Series. He had finished his rookie season in 1999 with 3 wins, the most of any rookie up until that point. He also managed an astounding 4th place points finish. So how did he finish up his 2000 season? He improved his win count to an incredible 6 wins, but tough competition led him to finishing 6th in the points. Little did people know, his first championship would be just a short time later in 2002. As a whole, I am thoroughly impressed with this diecast. All the time you hear people say that NASCAR diecasts peaked in quality and innovation around the 2000s, and it certainly shows. This car is top-notch. I didn't notice any significant defects, and it's sad that nowadays we've trained ourselves to expect defects with some of the products produced today. How is it that we've gone backwards in innovation and quality control? Well, the answer is the lack of competition. When Action originally made this car, they were competing against Hot Wheels Racing, Racing Champions, and Team Caliber. It was an action-packed field of diecast makers. But much like Stewart's career, which had its highs and lows, the diecast market does the same. We might be at a stasis right now, or maybe even a low point to some, but like Stewart's career, it will bounce back. So for all the Stewart fans out there, this car is for you. We've made it to episode 20, and I thank you all for watching. See you next time. Wow, we made it to episode 20. That's a milestone. Thanks, everyone.